Welcome back. Welcome to the channel. So today is going to be a little different. I'm not going to be the only one shooting. I called upon my friend Luis Ortiz. He's a local photographer, videographer, filmmaker. He does a whole bunch of stuff. Dude's got pictures on billboards. Like, how do you compete with that? Like, that's crazy. Like, so it just blows my mind how we have so many talented photographers and videographers locally. I'm gonna leave his Instagram link down below. And then we also have Itel, which is, she's actually owner of Zona Bay Boutique, which I'll also link in the bottom. So she was awesome enough to come, even though she had to work last night. She still came in this morning to kind of help us out model. So the whole point of this video is literally to kind of let you know how the differences between flash and natural light, and how to compare both pictures. I'm kind of excited of how the pictures will come out because I mean, Luis is just a great photographer and he does most of his work natural light. I do some of my work with flash, not so much natural light, but you'll kind of know the difference between like how you struggle with all this equipment that you have to bring when you do flash, and how easy it is to just kind of come in, shoot, and just, you know, do his thing with natural light. Huge shout out to Edgar. He's behind the scenes as well. I'll link his stuff. He's shooting this behind the scenes today. And then we have our friend Hector, and then he's also going to be assisting us with like all the stuff that we have to definitely carry. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, the whole thing, so that, you know, we can get, you know, more people to know things about photography, videography. That way, you know, we can show everybody how it's done. So, or part of what we know is done. All right guys, so we're just gonna do a comparison of how we set up, the difference between like a natural light shooter, and then if you kind of want to carry all this stuff and you want to use flash. 3, 2, 1. We got it. Nice. All right, pretty close. Yeah, that was pretty close.
Yeah, basically I'm shooting with the 24-105. It's just an EF lens. It's a zoom lens. I'm kind of okay with using these. It's a 4.0. For portraits, it's really nice. It gives you like a nice bokeh still while keeping your whole subject in focus and things like that. And I'm shooting at like 1/160 4.0 at 100 ISO. And just because with the natural light, it's so bright out that there's not a lot of shadow anyway. And it's good to use these settings during the day, only because you have so much sun, and so your light source is really bright. So he's gonna go shoot with the sun behind him. The reason I can't do that is because it would just be really hot and really blown out behind her. She'd be good. The lighting would be perfect, but with using a flash, you can really adjust your lighting for the background and have the background. How do I say it? Like the lighting balance would be really good, especially with this flash, because he can brighten up his subject and leave the background still not super blown out. So that's why I can't do this, but that's one of the benefits of using flash.
I'm gonna shoot on my Canon EOS R. It's a mirrorless camera. It has an adapter, or RF to EF mount, with the Sigma 2470 2.8. And then I also have the Flashpoint R2 trigger to the Flashpoint. It's similar to like the AD100 basically for Godox. And I have a Glow 42-inch diffuser, and I'm running on full power. I followed FJHPHOTO on Instagram, and he kind of recommended me this, so I'll link his stuff in the description as well. And I just love this setup just because it's light. Like, you know, it's super light, and you can kind of just walk everywhere. So when I'm shooting with flash, the main thing I look for is obviously the sun in the background, just because the flash really complements when the darker side, right? Like the sun's in the back, and you're darker in the front, so the flash kind of helps you do that. And then I also shoot in high-speed sync, allowing me to shoot at the lower aperture, so you get a nice little bokeh in the background as well.
Tried shooting across the street, but it was way too bright, so she looked fine, like the light was really nice on her, but everything else again that the sun was hitting was like way overexposed because I'm shooting in natural light. So that's something you have to watch out for. So when you're shooting in broad daylight, it's really nice to hide in the shadows and kind of just bring your ISO up a little bit. Like I have my settings right now, my ISO is at 200 and I'm shooting at 1/60. The lighting is really, really nice. The shadows kind of like make the lighting very even, just since there's no visual shadows on her face or anything like that. It looks really nice.
Kind of want to add too is you have to know these kind of things so you can adjust on the fly, because not everybody's going to be able to shoot like at golden hour or like, or you know, in a nice like lighting setting.
Yeah.
So it's our job as photographers and videographers, for that matter, to like really know exactly what times you should shoot, or can it even be done, and just practice it.
Yeah, so, you gotta know how to shoot in different settings, and this is like this is one of those times, because sometimes people want to like, hey, I'm only available at 6 a.m. and you're like, all right, the sun's like right here hitting you like right in the face, so we're gonna have to hide you somehow or something, or adjust to it by using a flash or something. So it's whatever you have like at hand and your equipment and stuff like that, so you're not limited.
So the placement of this flash, it just really depends on where her shadows are. So the sun's is literally directly behind her, so I usually just counter the sunlight to where the sun is and just throw the other light the opposite way.
Give me 1, 2, 3. Okay, like that. We'll do that.
Ready? There you go. How was
I
that?
don't know. It was hard. I was like,
Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of this video. Special thanks to Luis Ortiz. Again, I'm going to put everything on the description. And also want to thank Marcel for modeling for us today. It's such a great way that we can practice and that we can learn and, you know, just know people that you know that are going to be a benefit to you maybe one day. And honestly, it was so much fun working with Luis today in this YouTube video. Just seeing his style and his ideas that he has, you learn so much. And not to like copy what he does, but more than anything to like just take my own spin onto things and vice versa, right? So Luis, if you want to say anything?
Yeah, no, it's good to just have different options on how to shoot and understand that there's not one right way to do it, one wrong way to do it. It's just like how you want to do it and what works best for you. Like I think a lot of the flash photography works really well for like if you're doing something more corporate or very like you want to look more high end or like magazine style, that's really fun. If you're doing more casual portraits, the maybe no flash and just doing natural light would really work for you. And it's just like about finding the right spots at the right time of day and making sure that the sun's not going to be an issue and it works with you rather than against you.
And again, this video is not to say like one was better than the other. It's literally just to kind of separate the two, just so you know what you would like to do one day. Like if you do want to go that magazine route, or like Lee says, or if you just want to do that freestyle, just run and gun, shoot with your camera. I mean, you're able to do it.
Yeah, it's a lot less equipment too.
It's a lot less equipment, as you guys can see. It's such a great way to practice. So honestly, if you have a cell phone, if you have, you know, a decent camera, just practice with that. If that's what you want to get into, you don't have to have these fancy cameras that cost thousands of dollars or lenses that also cost thousands of dollars. I motivate you to just go out and shoot, just shoot, and you know, you'll get practice, and then you'll buy another camera, and then you'll get another camera, and then you'll never be satisfied. Like you'll always want the next best thing. So just start with what you have, you know, and you'll be able to do the same thing as well. So I want to thank everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video and to the channel. And thanks for giving us the opportunity to teach you something new today. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.